Hello everybody, welcome back to F1 Manager 24, and after a slightly improved Chinese Grand Prix, we're off to Miami, where we are using a special Brawn Miami livery, which I'm very excited to introduce to you in the race. Now, we've generated a little bit of income, back up to £297,000, thanks to the bonuses of the drivers last year, or not the bonuses, the sponsorship payouts, I think it's called. But yeah, so a little bit of money left to spend, but really there's nothing much else to discuss. The voting that we did came through as cooling effect is going to be different going into that one. So yeah, really it should favour us going into next season if we're still in a job, obviously. But we have quite a few races to go. We're at Miami. We've got Imola, Monte Carlo, Montreal, Barcelona, Spielberg, Silverstone, Budapest, Belgium. Then we have the summer break that takes us into Zandvoort in the Netherlands. So I think we've got a bit of time to turn this around. I feel like the car's getting better. I feel like the drivers are getting better, and we're managing it a bit better. Everything should be good. But this race in Miami is a sprint weekend, so we'll be heading into it, and you can see there's the layout of the track. It's an interesting track. Not sure how I feel about it in real life. Hopefully the drivers like it. Lots of technical sections, massive DRS straights as well. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's dive into it. I'll go and do practice. We'll be back for qualifying. Okay then, Miami sprint. Here we go. And you can just get a little teaser of the new Miami livery for the race behind there. It's a balanced circuit, but if we're judging on practice, we're not going to do brilliantly. We ran the hards for the whole thing and we weren't pushing very hard, but we were still slower than the Williams, slower than one of the Haas. Chloe Chambers was in the Haas as well. Yeah, quicker than the Alpines. But for everybody else, it's a bit of a daunting task, as Max Verstappen was the quickest in practice on the medium tyre. So yeah, that could be fun. But we are going in to the sprint on the medium tyre. So I'm just hoping that everybody can do well. We've got an 88% setup though with Oliver Bearman, and 93% for Drugovic. So let's crack in to qualifying. I don't think Miami's going to suit us, but you are going to get to see the new livery. So let's get out nice and early. As you can see there, someone leaving before us. There it is. The livery comes out. It is bright. It is Miami, and we are excited for this one. So Oliver Bearman is going to be the first one. Let's see it on track, I guess. But there it is in all of its glory in helicopter cam. You still get the Brawn bright yellow through it, but then the sort of Miami blue, electric blue is what we'll call it in there. Yeah, I quite like it. I thought it'd be so nice to do something different, and the game allows you to do that. So, yeah, I'm very excited for that to happen, and we'll have it in future ones as well. I'm sure about that. No worries. You can see it from all the different angles, and as Oliver Bearman is warming up his tyres. And there it is from the inside of the cockpit as well. So he's getting a lot of bright colours around him as he drives very fast on this circuit. But let's crack on with qualifying and see how we get on, as Ollie Bearman is leading the way, and he's going to set the first time. And it's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad. It's less than a second off Norris, which surprises me. Drugovic going a little bit slower. Bearman does have the better upgrades on the car, so he is generally in a faster car. But yeah, Oliver Bearman setting some decent times there, actually, to be honest. So we'll stay on those medium tyres, and we'll get ready to go and do another lap. I think, should we go out now? 128 to get round. I want free track is what I want. So Alonso goes out. I think all of these people that are just coming in will get enough time to do another lap. But they're then going to cause the traffic. So Hamilton and Leclerc go out. Russell and Sainz. Zhou getting ready to go out. Gasly's going out. Hulkenberg's going out. There's a little gap there. Let's chuck Oliver Bearman in that gap. We'll chuck Drugovic out after Tsunoda. So we're going to get another lap in here. We're going to get another lap in. And obviously we'll have a look to see if they improve. At the moment, both drivers going through into Q2, which is pretty good. As I said, I don't think we've got an incredibly quick car for Miami. We're going to catch Alonso here, which is annoying for Ollie Bearman, especially to catch him on the corner as well. That will affect his time, but it's mainly Drugovic that needs to improve rather than Behrman, to be honest. Behrman doesn't. Drugovic does. Both drivers in the top 10. Or, wow, Drugovic is 11th. But, yeah, we'll be through into Q2. So, Norris topped the timing sheets ahead of Sainz, Verstappen, Piastri, Leclerc, Russell, Fernandez, Ollie Behrman up in 8th. Lovely stuff for him. Stroll, Perez, Albon and Drugovic there. Missing out, Lewis Hamilton doesn't get out of Q1. That's the biggest name. Both Kick Saubers, both Alpines and Logan Sargent. So at the start of Q2 then, let's get Ollie Behrman out. I just want to make sure we did put on the fresh ones. Yes, we did. So we'll send out Drugovic out there as well. He should get out. And then we're going to try and hold Behrman, actually, and go towards the back. See if we can get a little bit of fresh air. I always think in sprint qualifying, you're better just doing a one and done. Like, are you better just doing a one and done sort of qualifying session where you keep your fresh tyres right to the end and then when there's enough rubber down? But we'll have to wait and see, won't we? But you can see Behrman's got a lot of fresh air in front of him, so he should be okay, and he won't get caught by the guys behind in terms of having to give way to them and slow his lap down, which is good. But we are underway. Daniel Ricciardo will set the first time. He goes to the top. Verstappen goes top. Drugovic goes 6th. Not his best time. 2.8 seconds off. And Behrman is going to cross the line. And Behrman... Yeah, copy. We are 15th and 16th. Okay, this... probably a bit more where I thought we would be. Okay, so we are going to go out for another lap in a second. We're just going to... I think you have to get a toe down this massive straight to set a good time. So we are going to send both drivers out pretty close to each other. So we're going to go for that. Get in amongst it. So Drugovic will be behind Alonso. Behrman behind Tsunoda, which will be interesting. Let's drop it down to 8 times speed. See if they improve. We need to see green sectors all the way across. So Drugovic behind Alonso. What's he going to do in sector 1? Green for Drugovic. That's good. Green for Behrman as well. Drugovic double green. He is being chased, but Drugovic jumps to 12th. Ollie Behrman stays 16th. So both drivers into Q2 but out of Q2 in that stage. Not too bad. So Max Verstappen leads Carlos Sainz, Leclerc, Norris, Perez, Piastri, Lance Stroll, Alonso, George Russell and Yuki Tsunoda up into 10th. Daniel Ricciardo getting 11th. Drugovic up there in 12th, which is a surprise because Behrman's got the better parts on the car. Behrman went a whole second slower in Q2 than he did in Q1. Wow. At least Drugovic went quicker. So I'm going to say something happened to Behrman's lap. But we'll see. So yeah, back-to-back sprint weekends. We go into the Miami Grand Prix on a sprint. Now, I'm thinking potentially you whack the mediums on and push them harder. 27:29 is the race time. If we update it, what does it say is... I mean, it says there. So just push... They're the same time to go on the mediums and push harder. Or do you go softs? Or that is interesting. What does it say is the compound performance? Softs are 131.2, mediums are 131.6. So if you push them, surely if you push the mediums, I think we're going to risk it. I think potentially Drugovic is in a decent position, so we'll put him on the softs and just tell him to run as normal. There could be a safety car which would screw over putting someone on the mediums, but I think we'll go mediums here and we'll push them like that and see how we do. Interesting that it says there's no time difference, but Oliver Behrman's starting a bit further back on the slower tyre, but we're going to ask him to push it. Let's see how this goes. It could give us some valuable information for the actual race as well, which will be always useful to pick that sort of stuff up in your head. So Miami, the Grand Prix in our new Miami livery. Let's see how we get on with this one, as it's not a very good start from Drugovic again. His starts are generally quite bad. We will push everything off the line though, as we always do. The reason I don't set this up in the setup bit is because it resets your strategies stupidly, which is a little bit irritating. But there is Filip Drugovic staying in 13th, not really with much around him. Oliver Behrman is on the back of Albon and Hülkenberg, and this is what I'm intrigued to see. Obviously Hamilton behind us as well is going to be absolutely rapid, you would imagine. Most people go in mediums. Okay, that says a lot, I think. So Drugovic will sort of need to make hay while the sun is shining, as the saying goes. But yeah, We're on board at the moment with Ollie Bearman. And so far, the Miami Grand Prix... Ooh, I mean, do we want to be aggressive? Do we want to be aggressive with Ollie Bearman? Probably not. I think we just leave it as it is at the moment. But this is going to be an interesting race. Interesting race. Into the first long straight section here. As Hulkenberg is sort of being held up by Drugovic. Should I put them both on mediums? That's the question. That is the question. So we have our first overtake of the race, and it is Drugovic overtaking Kevin Magnussen. We're just going to ask him just to chill out on the tyres a little bit, but we will re-watch that one down the DRS straight, round the outside, just about gets it done, and Magnussen leaves him enough space just to tuck in front of the corner, and Drugovic is up a place into 12th. And Drugovic has got another move done on Daniel Ricciardo, which is absolutely lovely stuff for our young Brazilian driver. He's really enjoying it on those soft tyres right now. And yeah, gets up into 11th. So he's doing some moves. Oliver Bearman struggling to get past Nico Hulkenberg at the moment, but hopefully he can get that move done down the next DRS straight. We'll have to wait and see. We might ask him to be a little bit aggressive to get it done. Let's try it. Let's go be a little bit more aggressive to get that done. Although he's going for the move now up the inside. Can he make this one stick? They've both got DRS, but hopefully Oliver Bearman has a slightly generally faster car here, as he has got it done, has he? It does overtake him and then loses the position. He said he was pushed wide. But I think he should be okay. Go on, Ollie. Keep going. Keep going, mate. We'll leave you on aggressive and see what you can do. But yeah, Drugovic is now on the tail of Tsunoda, who's on the tail of Russell. So both drivers doing pretty well at the moment, especially Drugovic, who is going for another move down. Look at this. It's like so many people having the DRS. Drugovic is pushing the car as much as he can. Up on the inside, should make it stick. It's going to be a double insider here. His ERS batter wasn't paying attention. His battery is dead, but he has got the position done. So that is good. He's up ahead of Hulkenberg. Still got DRS coming down now onto the back of Albon and Magnussen. So Oliver Bearman has got past K-Mag, and Drugovic is on the back of Lewis Hamilton. It's just a straight speed straight down into that inside corner, and gets it done. And now he is on the back of Alex Albon in the Williams in front. As I said, Drugovic is, or was, closing the gap on George Russell as well. So hopefully some more positions to be gained by both drivers here. Drugovic going for the move. Can he get 2 for 1? He's got Russell, and he's looking to get past Tsunoda as well. Up the inside, it's very close. Good battling. Drugovic nearly up into 9th. He's still battling though. His battery is now dead, as Drugovic does overtake Russell, but has his battery usage now left him a bit of a sitting duck for the re-overtake. He defends it well. He defends it well. Yeah, everyone on medium, I think, at the moment. So, yeah, not too bad. Good stuff from both drivers. Bearman up to 14th. Drugovic up to 10th. And, yeah, we'll see. He's on the back of Alonso, who is close to Snow. We're not far off a point in the sprint with Drugovic here. Let's wait and see as Bearman loses out to K-Mag again. They're in their own little battle, these two. Felipe Drugovic going for the move on Fernando Alonso. Can he make it stick? Not quite. Fernando Alonso on those medium tyres, just holding on in there. Drugovic still going for it, though. He's still going for it. He is on course to keep these tyres going, but Fernando Alonso just pulls away with the inside. But great racing from Drugovic. He is really doing well. Magnus and Bearman still just switching places every so often. Not much we can do about that. And Drugovic battling here with Alonso, has got past him into the technical section. Fernando Alonso was in front, but we had the inside for the next corner. He goes, actually gets it done around the outside to make sure he's in position for the double left-hander. Gets it done, cuts across Alonso ever so slightly under the bridge. Drugovic up into 9th, but a long way back of Stroll in 8th, and now won't have DRS to help him out at all. So Alonso is going to get that position right back, and Russell may get it as well. He may, yeah, I think he's going to lose to, ooh, nearly had contact, and he's lose 2 positions there. But I think that battle was going to happen for quite a while. So Felipe Drugovic is hunting down Daniel Ricciardo, who has a mechanical fault, so it shouldn't be too hard of a pass, although Daniel Ricciardo is still defending very well. Bearman is in a battle with Nico Hulkenberg now, rather than K-Mag. So I think we're just going to have to stick with what Oliver Bearman's got and, yeah, allow Drugovic to maybe climb some spaces. But disappointing for Bearman, but Drugovic has had a really, really good race. And it does look like the sort of soft tyres running on normal are better than the mediums being pushed. And they've had a similar sort of degradation rate. But, yeah, not too bad. Again, I'm happy with the race. It's just, hopefully in the actual Grand Prix, we can just take that next step to be top 10 and get some points on the board as Drugovic is going for a move here. Ricciardo goes defensive. Drugovic round the right-hand side of the Australian driver, gets that one done. And let's push away to make sure that we don't just keep switching positions with Daniel Ricciardo so that we can leave him and his mechanical fault behind. That would be nice, to be honest. 3 laps to go. So as we get into the final lap, Daniel Ricciardo's actually overtaken Drugovic, somehow. Verstappen has won the sprint. Daniel Ricciardo, using DRS, has got past Philippe Drugovic, which is a little bit irritating. But, yeah, it is what it is. There is a little bit of DRS just before you get to the finish line, so he may be able to get him here, but he's actually going to be under pressure. And there we go. It is done. So Drugovic finishes 12th. Disappointing to miss out to Daniel Ricciardo. I was trying to charge up some of the battery, but it looks like Oliver Bearman has just piped Nico Hülkenberg to 15th. So 12th and 15th. So Philippe Drugovic actually finished where he started. Oliver Bearman climbs 1 place in that one. So it's not amazingly good. But yeah, so Max Verstappen won it on the softs. We actually finished on 24% softs with Philippe Drugovic. Maybe pushed them a bit too hard at the beginning, but we did okay. Oliver Bearman finished on 28% medium, so we pushed them a lot harder than everyone else as well. But I'm just trying to think what we did. Where was our best lap time? 1:33 near the beginning actually was our best lap time. 1:33.4 and a 1:34.3. So Ollie Bearman, the softs were quicker, but we were pushing the softs at the beginning, so it does sort of make sense.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage of practice. It's time for qualifying.
The Miami International Autodrome has some lovely long straights, but a driver still needs to have total trust in their car setup to get a fast qualifying lap. Turns 14 and 15 in particular are the ones that catch the drivers out in qualifying.
We're looking at McLaren here. Karun, how do you think their driver will be feeling today?
It hasn't been a great showing from the team's drivers so far. Neither will want to be left behind, and I'm sure they'll both be looking to pull ahead today.
Well, we're certainly ready in the commentary box. The drivers are getting ready down in the pit lane, and it's time for qualifying.
Okay, so heading into Q1, we know we can use the soft tyres here, which is very nice indeed. So I just like to be a bit anal about it and put the furthest ones on. But there isn't much else to get into, is there? Let's crack on. Hopefully we can get at least one driver into Q3 and then set up a good strategy and get out there for the race. So we'll send them both out early doors and see what they can do. Drugovic and Bearman both on track, both with a bit of clean air in front of them. There will be, well, Drugovic for a minute will be going P1. So there we go, P1. Is he going to be dislodged by his teammate, Ollie Bearman? Yes, he is. Okay, so what I'm understanding here is our raw pace of the car is generally pretty good. It looks pretty good on this circuit. Obviously, you don't know who's been held up in traffic and things like that, but the order looks pretty succinct. I mean, Ricciardo and Tsunoda look a little bit low down, but we're going to go back out on the same set of tyres just to see what we can do. So there's, can we, oh, we've got just in front of Leclerc, which is a bit irritating, but we'll let them do this lap and then we're going to call it there for Q1. Hopefully we'll get to Q2. So at the end of Q1, 2 drivers in the top 8. Oliver Bearman 6th, Philippe Drugovic in 8th. That is very good for us. We lose Magnussen, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Sargent, Guan Yu Zhou and Pierre Gasly from Q1. Q2 then, hopefully boys, just do exactly the same again. That would be nice. We're going to start on that used set just to put a lap down and then we'll do a fast lap on new softs after this. Okay, neither driver set a very good lap, so what we're going to do is we're going to send them both out now, right behind each other, and then we're going to try and do another lap where we give the other driver a tow, because I think the tow is absolutely massive here around Miami. So what I'm expecting here is Drugovic to go much, much quicker than Bearman, and then on the next lap we'll put Bearman behind Drugovic, and hopefully that works. You can see how close they are to each other there. So as long as we don't get split up, because Verstappen should overtake us now on the long straight, to be honest, if he's on a quick lap, which he is. So they've put a little bit of a gap between the two, but we come right in behind again. So Drugovic and Behrman starting their laps now. Don't get caught. Don't hit Verstappen on the corner. Okay. It's a yellow sector for both of them. That's disappointing, to be honest. That is very disappointing. Green sector 2. I think it was Verstappen holding them up into the technical section. I'm going to make... they're both going out, though. We're going to make a call here. We're going to get them in. We're going to just call them in now. We're going to abandon that lap. That's fine. We're going to abandon that lap. They'll go all the way down to the pit lane. We're going to do a very quick change here. Fresh set of softs. So we've basically wasted a set of softs, but I don't mind that. They've hardly had any running like that. Get those new tyres on. And get back out there straight away again. So we should even get a tow off Lance Stroll for both drivers now. So hopefully we are going to be in a good position here to set a lap, because we're also behind Sainz and Stroll, who are doing their fast laps at the same time as us, so we shouldn't hit any traffic. So this should work out better, and we're behind fast cars as well, so let's see how this works. It's a yellow sector 1 for Drugovic, green for Behrman. We pass Tsunoda on a good place to pass him. Green, green, yellow, green. Oliver Behrman goes 14th, Drugovic 15th. We are going out in Q2. That is so irritating. The pace in Q1 was so good. So at the end of Q3, it's actually Carlos Sainz. It's a Ferrari 1-2, then Red Bulls, then McLarens, Aston Martin, Daniel Ricciardo up there, George Russell, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Albon, Hamilton, the two Brawns, Alpine, and then Haas kicks Albon and everybody that we lost in Q1. So we're not in a terrible position, but now it's time to try and sort out the strategy. They're saying soft, medium, medium. And then a soft with a slow stint, medium and soft. Okay, I mean, we do have a hard set here. So 1:26.16, 1 hour and 26.16. If we whack a hard in there... Right, call me crazy, we're setting Felipe Drugovic up like this. We're going for a 3-stopper. We're going for a 3-stopper. We can adapt it if there's safety cars and stuff, but that's what we're going for. Felipe Drugovic is going for some sort of absolutely crazy 3-stopper. Okay, and then weirdly it's saying the quickest strategy for Behrman is to do, don't push too hard on the softs. Push a little bit harder on the mediums, and then don't push as hard on the softs. Here we go then. A Ferrari front row. Verstappen will be pissed off about that. We are right at the back. You can see our really bright livery back there. But here we go then. Let's make sure we don't get left behind right at the beginning. We'll leave them on standard for now. I think you can push because you're actually not there. Oh, straight away they're battling each other. Straight away we are battling each other. Let's get a helicopter cam, which I think is the best camera in this game. I'm so happy they introduced it. But yeah, this is not what we needed, chaps. Drugovic looks like he's going to get in front. I mean, he is pushing the tyres more, so that does sort of make sense. But don't battle so much that you're then being left behind from the cars in front. Because there might be points. There might be points today. We have a yellow flag. George Russell locking up. Under pressure from one of the Red Bulls, or the V-Carb, whatever they're called. Vija Kasap Red Bull. We'll just call him V-Carb. And he's gone straight on. And he's had to stop for traffic as well. So he's going to tumble down the order there, George Russell. And he has gone all the way to last. So that's fair enough. In fact, is he even... Yeah, he is going again, so that's fine. Behrman is hunting down Albon, and Drugovic is keeping up in the DRS as well, so we can just drop his tyres back down, and then we'll drop you into light where you're meant to be, so I wouldn't be surprised if those two switch places. Yeah. Although Ocon... Oh, it's a red flag! It's a red flag. Ocon... No! Hamilton has stopped in the track. Ooh, wow. So Lewis Hamilton just... No one really round his spins off, smashes the wall, breaks his rear wing, and he said that's enough. Big hit on the left rear. Wow. Okay. And just like that, Lewis Hamilton out of the Miami Grand Prix. Oh, that's going to mess with strategies, isn't it? Now I really don't know what to do. Do we stick with it and just put a new set of softs on? I think we do. I think we do. We're so early into the race that I think sticking with what we've set out is the right thing to do. Look how many softs we've got. If there's a safety car at the end, we could be laughing. Yeah, I think we're going to stick. I think we're going to stick. We're not going to twist. Stick with it. 12th and 13th, though, with Hamilton out. Unfortunately, he was a car behind us already. Here we go, then, for a restart from the red flag. We are in a similar position to what we were before. Still deploying. We can push our engines now quite a lot. We will get standard and aggressive as we were before, as we're all concertinaing into the first corners. Can we get that done up the inside? Bearman looked like he was having a look there at Alex Albon, but doesn't quite get it done. Drugovic under pressure from Magnussen. It's looking alright. What's everyone gone to? A mix of strategies. So we'll have to wait and see how this one plays out. But we are right on the back of Alex Albon from the restart. Hopefully we can make something happen, because, yeah, I'm going to have to go in and set all their strategies up again and try and remember what we did. But Drugovic, I know, went soft, hard, medium, I think, with a push on all of them as we're going around the outside. I mean, that Albon is getting swamped by our cars in our new livery here, in the Miami livery. But he's held on somehow. Alex Albon has held on there. Come on, boys, keep pushing. Keep pushing. And now Sainz has got a mechanical fault up in second. And there is a way we can look at, not car, is it this one? And you go... Not tyre history, lap history, reports, no, standings. Looking at the driver. There is a way you can see who has issues. Ah, here we go. So if we look at Sainz on a 37% engine, so he's having issues. Hamilton, we know, crashed out. I think Ocon picked up a fault as well as Drugovic overtakes Albon. Yeah, so lots of drivers running weak engines at this point. So I don't know, maybe that's going to work in our favour. Hopefully so, as Drugovic and Bearman have both got past Alex Albon. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's keep going, chaps. Keep going. So I don't want to alarm anyone. Philippe Drugovic is in the points. He's up into 10th. Albon and Bearman are having a right old ding-dong battle behind. But, yeah, Philippe Drugovic up into 10th and hunting down Fernando Alonso. I've sorted out their strategies, so we should be good to go. Yeah, Drugovic is still going for this weird 3-stop, and Bearman is back to what we said he would do. So, yeah, let's crack on, see how this goes. Philippe Drugovic is up into 9th. Philippe Drugovic is up into 9th. This is... What a race. What a race. Tsunoda got dropped by Alonso, and then we gobbled up Tsunoda just up the inside. Oh, lovely stuff. Into the Mickey Mouse section. And, yeah, Philippe is on fire. He is going for this. I'm hoping that extra pit stop doesn't hurt him too much. And Drugovic going up the inside of Daniel Ricciardo into 8th. Come on, he is flying. I mean, he has got that extra pit stop, but he is absolutely flying here, Drugovic. Bearman's had a good race. He's up to 12th as well, but is a long way back of Lance Stroll. But this is going to be the test of this strategy, to see if being slightly more aggressive throughout the race. I mean, it's helped that we managed to put on a fresh pair of softs before, like after the red flag. But an Oliver Bearman, I'm interested to see how his strategy works, because we're extending his soft tyre, which is quicker than most. So it will be interesting. Yeah, as you can see, he's got a lot more tyre wear, or less tyre wear than Mag. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. But Sainz with his mechanical fault. Gasly and Ocon both have mechanical faults as well, as it looks like Daniel Ricciardo is going to get us back. But this is a battle that I'm happy to be involved with for 8th place. It's incredible. So, Drugovic is in for his first pit stop of the race. Yeah, he's going to come up down the order, but this is where we see if it works, right? Doing the 3-stop and being aggressive, but we'll see what happens. A fantastic first stint, whatever, from Drugovic. It's been really, really good from him. Obviously, coming back out in traffic is not ideal, but a 2.5 second stop as well. That's very, very good. But yeah, a little bit of free air, no traffic as he comes out. Now he's just got to put the rubber down on the new tyres, right? It did say it was a quick strategy, so let's see what he can do. So some of the other drivers coming into pit now. Drugovic already back up to 14th on this strategy, so it does appear to be working quite well. Oliver Bearman not too far off his pit window, but he's got to drag those softs out a little bit longer. He's up to 9th because of the pit stops, but yeah, we're doing really well here. In fact, Drugovic is already closing down on Lance Stroll, who is fitted some new hards as well. So let's see. I'm intrigued. This is good data gathering as well. Well, massive action going on here between Bottas, Stroll, Albon, all having a little ding-dong battle up here. Albon jumps into the pits. But yeah, we should be able to take Bottas relatively easily as well. Drugovich doing a good job hanging out on those softs. Sorry, Behrman, he's up in 8th and holding on, which is good. But yeah, Drugovich I think is our main man at the moment. He's having a very good race. We've got a red flag. Drugovich has crashed.
Here we are down at turn 7.
Just when it's going so well.
And ends up making contact with the barrier. Confidence will have taken a hit with that.
Honestly, when it's just going so well.
The team glued to the
I can't believe it. Drugovich was on for points in that race. He was on for points in that race. The good news is that Ollie Behrman is up in 8th as we now get onto this, and he was about to go on to his medium stint anyway. So I can't believe that. So irritating. Right, Oliver Behrman, it's all on you for points, mate. It's all on you for points. Drugovich was battling Stroll, was beating Stroll, and then he just lost it into the corner. It's so annoying. So annoying. Now, we know what Behrman's strategy is, right? His strategy is sorted. I'm not taking any risks here. Rarely defend and low aggression. Like, just finish the race and get in the points and stick to the strategy. That's the plan. Bloody hell. We're up into 7th, so he's already gained a spot, which is lovely. But yeah, Sainz has got a mechanical issue as well. Gasly and Ocon still in there. Oh, Drugovich, you dick. So Ollie Behrman has got a move done on Yuki Tsunoda to gain another place as well. But I've got a feeling we're going to get gobbled up by the Mercedes and the Astons and potentially the Ferraris. That is very close. 3 wide into that section does not work. But he does get his nose in front of Tsunoda. Okay, so Ollie Behrman, Tsunoda has retired, by the way. Massive mechanical fault with his car, so he's gone into retirement. We're up to 7th. We were around Alonso, who has just gone for a little bit of an undercut on us, but we're sticking with the strategy to see how this works, because Behrman's sort of all on his own at the moment, and I think the way forward may be pick a strategy that is quick, and then tell them to not be aggressive and not defend that much, because it seems to be much safer driving for young drivers. So that could be the way forward in the future as Verstappen comes into pit. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have very bad tyre deg. I mean, Russell's pretty bad at 38. A lot of these soft runners. But Oliver Behrman's having a very good race at the moment. Let's leave it at that. We all know what happened with Felipe Drugovich when I started talking. So we're pitting from 5th, which is a massively elevated position. But we were battling with Alonso. So I think we're going to be... What's that? So 5 seconds, 6, 9... Yeah, I think Alonso's going to get the jump of us with his undercut, but hopefully we've got the pace. What he put softs on. We are going to have fresh softs though, so Alonso passes us, but we should come out. It's a good stop, 2.5. We should come out as Sargent pits as well, so we should be in the points as we come out of the pits with 15 laps to go on these soft tyres. Let's see what we can do. We do come out in 10th, which is fine. Yeah, just let's keep going. We actually have got some ability to push. So let's push them into temperature at the start. And we'll go from there. 15 laps to go. Oh, we've got a VSC. A VSC. Well, I mean, we've done all of our pit stops, so we're definitely not going to have another one. But there is a crash involving multiple cars that's caused it. It's a Ferrari on a Kick Sauber. And, whoa! How is that only a V? Oh, they've gone into the runoff point. But that could wipe more drivers out of this race. Zhou is out. Sainz, I think, he's managed to carry on. Ocon is really struggling. Zhou retires. We are up. I mean, this is what an interesting end to the race. We're 10 seconds off Ricciardo. So I would say the undercut that they performed on us was much, much better. But we are going to have much better tyres than them that we can push a little bit more. So I don't know if we're out of this just yet. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, it's not a great time for a VSC for us, but we are running in 10th, which is a point at the moment. Okay, so we've gone green for racing. We've got 13 seconds to make up in 10 laps. I don't think we're going to do it, but we're going to try and push and see what Ollie Behrman can do. So on board with Ollie Behrman, 4 laps to go, and we have caught Daniel Ricciardo up here. 1.9 seconds. There he is. That's 1.9 seconds away. I think we can push. Try and get into his DRS. And then we will just ease off after that and go for him on the last lap. That is the plan. 1.7 is the gap. And Ollie Behrman has done it. Ricciardo has been held up by lapping someone, which has pulled us back in here. And with 3 laps to go, I think we're going to just stick with Ricciardo here and see what we can do. We're not going to force the issue. We've got 51% tyres left. He's got 48. This is going to be very close, but we're going to be in his DRS. We're going to get the DRS, which should open in a second, hopefully. Don't tell, oh yeah, I was going to say, don't tell me we're at a DRS for that one, but that DRS is going to pull us really close, so we can even top up our battery ready for an attack, to be honest. And this is glorious stuff from Ollie Behrman. He's got the move done quicker than I thought, even on top up. He has got past with the second DRS zone, and yeah, a very easy manoeuvre for Ollie Behrman there, and is 0.4 seconds ahead. So we're not going to push anything. We don't have to. We're ahead, and if Daniel Ricciardo overtakes us on a DRS zone, we can just wait and get him back later on. So we're starting the last lap with Ollie Behrman 1 second off. We did have DRS in that stint though. So what we want to do is get him on this back DRS straight. So we're going to top up our battery a little bit, see if we can just keep with him. We can push the tyres because we've only got this last lap left, right? So we're on here.
Yeah, copy.
We're still topping up. I mean, ideally, again, we don't really want to do it. We're going to do everything to basically let us go slow and don't do the overtake in the next DRS. But I think it is going to get done. So we're sort of conserving everything in the final lap with Ollie Behrman. This is the difference between 1 or 2 points for Brawn here. And he's having a look with DRS. Daniel Ricciardo defends it. I don't mind that. We're going up the inside. Is Daniel Ricciardo going to hold on? Ollie Behrman tries to get his nose in front. I think Daniel Ricciardo's going to hold on to this one, which means we should get him on the last DRS straight. Oh, we're up on the inside. Max Verstappen gets another win in F1. Oh, we've got through first. Ollie, that's not the plan, mate. That's not the plan. You've got to go. You've got to go. Daniel Ricciardo right behind him. We put the foot down. Daniel Ricciardo, who's going to get... I assume Ricciardo has the DRS. Or did we get the DRS? No. Ricciardo does have it. He's coming up close. We've dropped all of our battery as much as possible. It's going to be a race to the line. It's going to be a race line. There is a crash. But Ollie Behrman just gets round this final corner. He gets 9th. 2 points are on the board. Come on. Our first points in F1 as Brawn come from Ollie Behrman. Oh, it probably... I don't want to take away from this. It probably could have been a double points finish, I reckon, today. But we get points on the board. 9th place for Ollie Behrman. Maybe the last strategy was a little bit wrong because Alonso did finish up in 7th, quite a way ahead of us. But come on. Yes, points. So Max Verstappen wins it up 2 places to get the win. Lando Norris and Piastri doing well as well. Piastri getting the fastest lap. But we climb 5 places to 9th place with Ollie Behrman. Lovely, lovely stuff. And we get points on the board for Ollie Behrman. Up into 13th in the drivers. In the constructors, we climb to 7th with points. 14 points off Red Bull. But we doubled their points haul for the weekend. Come on. Come on! Yes! I'm so excited. We got lots of points in the pit stop challenge as well. Puts us into 5th with that. We all know that's the real challenge, that one. Yeah, lovely stuff. Oh yeah, I was going to say, what do you mean we've only done 1 pit stop? But that's because of the red flag, isn't it? He crashed out and there was the red flag which stopped at exactly the time we needed it to. So a little bit of luck, some good management, some good driving from Behrman, some good driving from Drugovich until the crash. But I think that's the way forward. We pick a strategy that's quick and we tell them to not be aggressive and not defend too much and just try to avoid all sorts of danger and see where we end up. So even though he crashed out, Filip Drugovich does get a performance rating boost from 76 to 77, which is very welcomed indeed. And so does our affiliate driver. He goes from 63 to 64. But... okay, the team race result was a little bit annoying. There is quite a lot of negativity. Surely Ollie Behrman has got to be happy with that. Personal race result in Miami. Unhappy with the team performance in Miami. But yeah, nothing we can do about Filip Drugovich crashing. That is his own problem. What sort of damage has he done to his car? He is missing a chassis, a rear wing, and some suspension. Brilliant. Right, well, we'll be back for the next Grand Prix, where we'll go back to our other livery, even though this one picked us up points. We will be back for Italy in 11 days' time, so we do have a bit of construction that we can get done. Money, 634,000 isn't a lot, but we are getting there, which is good. We should get some sponsorship money coming in soon as well. Up to 7th place. Points on the board at last.